Hello, everybody, and happy Sunday, August the 31st, 2025 edition. I hope you're doing well. This morning, I woke up to the sound of the television announcing that Leroy Jordan had passed away yesterday. So I've been reflecting upon him and his career. I would have to say he's my favorite Dallas Cowboy of all time. Even though he was before my time, I didn't get to watch him. But I've watched a lot of replays, read a lot of stories. He was born and raised not far from me, so I like that about him as well. But just a great player who I believe should be in the National Football Hall of Fame. I believe he deserves it. And if you think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, let me know in the comments as well. But I've been saying that for a while. Just had a great career. Before he got into the NFL, one of the main things that stands out to me, though, is in a bowl game, the Cotton Bowl, he had 31 tackles in one game, which says a lot about the kind of player he was. 31 tackles in one game versus Oklahoma when he was with Alabama. But I'm just going to read some things about him. He was born in 1941, was an American professional player, football player who was a linebacker for 14 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys from 1963 to 1976. He played college football for the Alabama Crimson Tide and was selected by the Cowboys in the first round of the 1963 NFL Draft. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983. He was born and raised in Excel, Alabama, where he was a standout fullback at Excel High School, and he graduated in 1959. Leroy Jordan excelled as both a linebacker and center at the University of Alabama. In his sophomore season of 1960, he helped the Crimson Tide finish with an 8-1-2 record in the Bluebonnet Bowl versus Texas. He was named the game's most valuable player in a 3-3 tie. The following year, Jordan was again an important part of the team as Alabama finished with an 11-0 record, a SEC championship, and the national championship. The season included 6 shutouts, which included a 34-0 win over rival Auburn. I didn't need to read that. I'm an Auburn fan. Led by senior quarterback Pat Trammell, Alabama wrapped up the season with a 10-3 victory over Arkansas in the Sugar Bowl. In his senior season in 1962, the Crimson Tide fell short of another national championship with a 10-1 record with sophomore quarterback Joe Namath. The loss was by 1 point at Georgia Tech in mid-November, their first defeat in over 2 years. In his final game for the Tide, this is what I was talking about. In his final game for the Tide, Leroy Jordan recorded 31 tackles in a 17-0 victory over Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. I think I said the Cotton Bowl, but Orange Bowl, attended by President John F. Kennedy. For his performance, he received his second MVP award in a bowl game. At the end of his senior year, he received unanimous All-American status and the Lineman of the Year award. During his career for Alabama, Jordan received high praise from Coach Bear Bryant, who stated, "He was one of the finest football players the world has ever seen. If runners stayed between the sidelines, he tackled them. He never had a bad day. He was 100% every day in practice and in the games." In early August of 1963 in Chicago, he was part of the college all-star team that defeated the defending champion Green Bay Packers. In 1980, he was inducted into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. In 1983, he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. And in 1988, he received the NCAA Silver Anniversary Award. He shared time with, Jordan was selected 6th overall in the 1963 NFL Draft by the Dallas Cowboys and was taken 14th overall pick in the AFL draft taken by the Boston Patriots. He chose the NFL and signed in early January. During preseason in 1963, he was named the Cowboys' weak side linebacker and became the first rookie linebacker in franchise history to start a season opener. He shared time with Jerry Tubbs at middle linebacker in 1965, then took over and teamed up with Chuck Howley and Dave Edwards to form one of the greatest linebacking corps in NFL history. His teammates nicknamed him Killer and named him team captain for the defense. In 1971, he had a team record 21 tackles against the Philadelphia Eagles on September 26th. On November 4th, 1973, he intercepted 3 passes in the first quarter from the Cincinnati Bengals' Ken Anderson within the span of 5 minutes, returning 131 yards for a touchdown. The picks were collectively named one of the 10 most memorable moments in the history of Texas Stadium by ESPN in 2008. Jordan was usually the smallest middle linebacker in the league at only 6'1" and 220 pounds. But his competitiveness and drive made up for his lack of size. Head coach Tom Landry said of Jordan he was a great competitor. He was not big for a middle linebacker, but because of his competitiveness, he was able to play the game and play it well. His leadership was there, and he demanded a lot out of the people around him as he did of himself. He ran Landry's flex defense on the field with unmatched intensity and efficiency. He watched game film endlessly. His contract included a projector for his home. He became the franchise's all-time leader in solo tackles, 743 in his 14 seasons with the Cowboys. He was a 2-time All-Pro and a 5-time Pro Bowler. He also helped the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowls and 5 NFC championship games. Jordan was an able defender against the run and pass and had a penchant for recovering loose footballs. He remains tied for second in club history with 18 career fumble recoveries. More than 25 years after his retirement, Jordan still ranks second in Cowboys history in career solo tackles with 743, second in career assisted tackles with 493, second in combined total tackles with 1,236, and first with 154 consecutive starts. He also holds the third and fourth highest totals of solo tackles in a single season with 100 in 1975 and 97 in 1968. In his 14 NFL seasons, he intercepted 32 passes, which is 7th in club history, returning them for 472 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was selected to Cowboys' Silver Season All-Time Team. In 1988, he was among 15 finalists for introduction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but did not make the cut. Among those finalists, Lou Remkus and he are the only ones who did not eventually become elected into the Hall. In 1989, he became the 7th member of the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. He was the first member inducted by Jerry Jones. In 2018, the Professional Football Researchers Association named Jordan to the PFRA Hall of Very Good class of 2018. But he really deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And I wrote him an email one time, and he sent me this picture, autographed picture of himself. And then I sent him a couple of football cards and a couple of playing cards, and he was gracious enough to sign them as well. And just a super great player. Like I said, my favorite Cowboy of all time. Just thought I'd share that about Leroy Jordan. Thank you, Mr. Jordan, for your autographs, and thank you for a great career. You will be remembered and not forgotten. Thank everybody for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.